This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com. Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Okay, now let's take a look at the gold market. Well, on the gold market situation is a bit easier and not much details to discuss really, at least compares to the euro currency. But the situation here is still not as easy as it seems at the first glance, and most trickiness is linked with this ABCD pattern. The reason why this situation is tricky is as follows. First of all, guys, take a look at these maroon lines, maroon ABCD action. In fact, that is pure ABCD action because the starting point of this pattern coincides with the moment when the real price action to the upside has started. And that is, in fact, the correct ABCD pattern. But from the other point of view, if market still will try attempt to complete this total ABCD, if you take as the initial thrust up as the AB leg whole move to the upside, and that is also possible and that also will be correct, in this case we will get a bit different target that stands 20 bucks per contract higher. It's around 1440 area, while this target stands around 1411, maybe around 1412, so that is rather close compared to this one. So this is in fact not much a difference between them. And the problem with it is that currently, even if we will take a look at the lower time frame, we can't estimate, we do not know definitely where market will stop and where market will start the reaction or respect of this ABCD pattern, either here or from that level, or will try to continue move higher. Well, first level is also nice looking resistance because that is the weekly pivot resistance one. It's 1414 area. That is also the, as I said, target of this ABCD pattern. So that's not weak level at all. Second level is in fact not very interesting for us currently because it stands above the daily average bot. But if market will move slightly higher, it will trigger the stops that have been placed here. And just by the momentum, by the stop triggering moment, it could be some shy acceleration to the upside, and market really could test this area. What I would like to say is that we should be careful with the long positions that we now have, based on the butterfly pattern that we have discussed previously, based on other patterns, because market could form the reversal pattern in any moment. I don't want to say that this will be the drastic reversal, that market will just end this upward action and turn to the downside and will establish long-term bear trend. Absolutely not. I am speaking about possible reversal pattern that could trigger some retracement based on the ABCD pattern. So after the hitting the target of the ABCD, market usually shows significant retracement, minimum of the 3-8 retracement. And in terms of the daily time frame, this 3-8 retracement will be not much action. Well, that's the first moment, because we should be extra careful to any patterns that market will form on this week. And our task is to recognize fast whether market starts to retracement down or it will continue move higher. So be extra careful with any long position that you have. Try to it stop as close as possible if the price action will let you to do that. Second moment is the pivot points. You can see that pivot point stands very useful here, and they give us great assistance, because take a look that pivot support 1 stands right at the lower bottom of this consolidation, previous consolidation. And as market has continued move higher, now market has exceeded the 618 minor target, as from this ABCD, as from bigger ABCD pattern. As market has passed through them, it should not show any return back, any significant return back, because That will be not logical from the bullish development. As market starts to move to the next target, it should continue to move to them. Any stop and turning on the semi position will give us the warning sign that something is wrong here with upward action. That's why the normal bullish development suggests the moving right to the next target. Well, and pivot point stands rather close, so that they give us the big assistance in the establishing of the support areas. On the 4-hour time frame, that is our major working chart, you can see that pivot points coincide with the fib levels. That's very good. First level is 1381, coincides with the weekly pivot point, while this confluence around 1370 coincides with the weekly pivot support one. One market with any condition should not pass through these levels before hitting the ABCD target on the daily time frame. By taking a look at this butterfly, well guys, I think that this butterfly has worked out, because the major purpose of this butterfly, as we discussed on Friday, was the clue, the signal that market will continue to move up. Because recall that we said that as market has failed to establish ABCD action, stop here without creating the new low, that tells us that market will probably shift to the upside. And that has happened. Now you can see that market has hit 127 extension by just single candle. When this happens, usually market with a great probability will continue to the next target. It's 1618 extension. So that in fact has great probability that market will hit 1618, almost 100% probability. But the problem with this pattern is that this level 1404 stands even lower than even minor target of the ABCD, the closer target. What could mean this? This will mean that either butterfly will fail, market just will continue to move higher, or that could become another bearish trap. On the gold market, we have seen millions of times when the market shows the fake reversal prior the hitting of the significant target. Usually it leads to the reversal back and hitting the target first. That has happened, by the way, when we have discussed this low on the daily time. Recall this reversal. I said here that is curious reversal, since because to the 1618 extension target was just some small distance, and market has shown this pattern. And we said do not take any long position until market will not hit here. That has happened. That was 1618 extension target, and only after that market turns to the upside. Here could happen again, but in opposite direction. So if market will show this some reversal pattern, be very careful with it, since that could be the fake reversal, because market hasn't hit the significant target on the daily time frame. Here it's around 1412 area for 1420 area. Well, that's the major warning for you. But even this, if this butterfly will work and show some minor bounce, I think that will not hardly will be a reversal pattern. Market probably will show some bounce to the downside, some retracement. Minimum required retracement to treat this butterfly has worked, and after that market probably will continue high. So if you're looking for the entering on the short side of the market, be careful with the relying on this butterfly, because the reversal point that is followed by this butterfly doesn't match to the target on the daily time frame. That means that probably reversal hardly will happen in the point that stands for this butterfly target. Well, that's in fact all that I would like to say on the gold market. Well, if you have bullish position, you probably could hold them, just tight stops, since as I said, market could show the respect the ABCD pattern very soon. And be careful with this butterfly. If you're a scalp trader and you're searching for the possibility to enter short, really be careful with this butterfly, since market could absolutely disrespect it, or to form here the trap, the fake reversal to the downside, when it will turn to the upside again and will follow to the target on the daily ABCD pattern. So shortly speaking, as the conclusion, our major target is the ABCD pattern. Any real retracement could start only when the market will hit the target on the daily time frame.